attorney for Edith Rodriguez's 3 children, grown children, and 4 grandchildren. Mr. Casco, thanks so much for being with us this morning. As we know, there is also a tape of what happened. What have you been told about what's on that tape?
Well, Diane, what I've done is I've spoken to a couple of officers at the LA Sheriff, and they've communicated to me that the tape is very disturbing. It gives a chronological description of what happened the early hours of Ms. Rodriguez's death. And what it does, it breaks down the fact that Ms. Rodriguez was laying in the ER emergency room in a fetal position, crying for help, and no one would help her. Apparently the tape illustrates that this continuously went on for approximately 45 minutes. From
what you've been able to determine at this point, why? Why did no one respond?
I don't know yet. Until I see that tape and interview some additional witnesses, I think right now it's a mystery. She had no insurance. She really wasn't in a financial situation to pay cash for the services. I think they neglected her because of who she was.
Do you blame the 911 system as well?
Well, I mean, for us to blame the dispatchers on the 911 tape, I think would be a little harsh. I think that they were attempting to do their job. I think the gentleman was a little short with the lady, but do I believe he has any responsibility for the death of Ms. Rodriguez? I would probably have to say from a legal standpoint, I don't think that would be true.
The hospital has indicated that since this happened, or in fairly recent time, we don't know exactly when, a chief medical officer is no longer working at the hospital. A nurse is no longer working at the hospital. A statement at one point said, "We've served thousands of patients well, very few have we served poorly." Is this the right response? Is this an adequate response for you, that they have, at least some people have been sanctioned for this?
Well, I think here what we're dealing with here is the test for competency is not perfection, it is reasonableness. Now the issue is did these doctors, did these nurses, did the staff at the hospital act reasonable in the situation that Ms. Rodriguez was in? And in my opinion, I believe not. Now the issue is what other people bear responsibility? Does LA County bear responsibility in reference to the police department that's on site? I went to the hospital myself with my investigator on Friday, and I took a walk through the hospital. I wanted to see what happened. I wanted to experience it for myself. And what I saw is there's also security guards at the entrances, at the exits. The security guards were on notice that she was laying there. The police were on notice that she was laying there. And all the medical staff was on notice that she was laying there. And no one did nothing. They left her there to die.
And again, that was Frank Casco, who's the attorney for the family. And when he mentions the police, he pointed out to us that